Hello students, today we are going to discuss about cultivation practices of tomato under protected conditions. There are different types of vegetable crops are suitable to grown under protected conditions like tomato, capsicum and cucumber. But tomato occupies number one place in vegetable production under polyhouse cultivation. In the world, it was grown in polyhouse and also it is grown in shade net house. Basically, there are three types of tomato are suitable to grown under polyhouse. That is truss type, second red fruited types and third one is pink fruited type. Botanically, the tomato is Lycopersicon esculentum and it belongs to family Solanaceae family and chromosome number of tomato is 2n is equal to 24. Then we discuss about environment and soil requirement of tomato. The first we discuss about environment requirement of tomato. Basically, there are three main growth phases of tomato. That is germination of seeds. Second, its vegetative phase, that means vegetative growth. And last one is reproductive phase of tomato. The first we discuss about first phase, that is germination of seeds. For germination of seeds, it required 24 degrees Celsius for seed germination and for hardening of seedling, it required 20 degrees Celsius temperature. Along with it required 1000 ppm of CO2 and thousands of foot candle light, and it should be required for long days. Then if you discuss with next phase, that is vegetative phase. For vegetative phase, it required 22 degrees Celsius night temperatures and 25 degrees Celsius for day temperatures. Along with it required 3000 ppm of CO2 and thousands of foot candle light, and it should be required for long days, same like as germination of seeds. Then we will discuss about third phase, that is reproductive phase. For reproductive phase of tomato, it required 23 degrees Celsius of night temperatures and 26 degrees Celsius of day temperatures. Along with it required 1000 to 1500 ppm of CO2 and 3000 lux of light, and along with it required 65% of relative humidity. But in low temperatures, that means if temperature goes below 15 degrees Celsius, at that time the harvesting is reduces, that means it delays the ripening process and fruits of tomato, it lose the flavor of fruit. These are the requirement of tomato for favorable growth and getting the quality of yield. Then we discuss about soil requirement of tomato. The tomato crops can be raised in wide range of soil, that is light texture, sandy or sandy loam to heavy clay type of soil. The soil should be rich in nutrients and organic matter. For a better growth of the crop, the soil should have pH 6 to 7 for its better growth. The high organic matter content in soil is highly essential for higher production and quality of fruits. Then we will discuss about varieties of tomato. In tomato, there are three types of hybrids according to its growth habit and morphology of tomato. That is determinate type of tomato, second indeterminate type of tomato, and last one semi-determinate type of tomato. But in polyhouse, indeterminate growth habit are best suited. And generally these hybrids are grow up to the height of 15 feet, and sometime it will grow more than 15 feet. And these hybrids utilize greenhouse space both horizontally and vertically. According to this growth habit, that means indeterminate type of tomato, there are three different types of tomato. That is beef stick tomato, second cluster type tomato, and last one cherry type tomato. The first, beef stick tomato. In beef stick type of tomato, fruits are bigger in size, and some varieties like FA 574, FA 18, and FA 1514. These varieties belong to beef stick tomato. Then cluster type of tomato. In this type, fruits are bare in a clusters, that is 4 to 7 fruit in each clusters. And some varieties like FA 646, then FA 556, then FA 521, and one of the most important varieties, that is Phule Raja. These varieties are developed by MPKV Rahuri, and these are the belong to indeterminate type of tomato and commercially recommended under polyhouse cultivation. Then third type is cherry tomato. In this group, fruits are very small and average weight of the fruit is 12 to 20 grams. The some varieties like BR124, then FA 181, then NS Cherry 1, NS Cherry 2, and last one T56. Besides from this, there are some other varieties are suitable to grow under polyhouse. That is Sayox, Pusa Ruby, Pusa Shital, Pusa Gaurav, Pusa Rohini, Arka Saurabh, Arka Vikas, Arka Alok, Arka Meghali, Mukti, Shakti, Rajeshri, Dhanashri, and Bhagyashri. These are the variety are suitable to grown under polyhouse conditions. Then we have discussed about raising of seedlings. For raising of seedlings, it required seed rate of 120 gram per hectare. That means 1 gram of weight of seeds, it contains 300 seeds. The first seeds are sown in trays, and these trays are placed in a polyhouse, and they are exposed to 24 degrees Celsius for germination. After germination, seedlings will be ready for transplanting after 3 to 4 weeks. That means at that time the seedling will attain the height of 10 centimeter, and these seedlings are selected for transplanting. And for transplanting, the beds should be prepared at proper dimension. And for preparation of beds, some dimensions should be taken into consideration. That is, top of the beds should have 90 centimeter, bottom of the beds 100 centimeter, and height should have 40 centimeter, and path of the beds should have 50 centimeter between two beds. After preparation of beds, the plants should be transplanted at a distance of 40 to 50 centimeter. This distance should have between two plants, and 50 to 60 centimeter between two rows. Before the planting, some points should be consideration, that is selection of planting materials. The planting materials should have free from disease and pest. Second, age of the seedling should be 4 to 6 weeks and seedling should have 2 to 6 leaves. Such type of planting material should be selected for transplanting. Then we have discussed about soil sterilization or fumigation of soil. In the soil, fumigation is done by formalin and formaldehyde solution because it contains 37 to 40% formaldehyde, which has a pure penetration and diffusion ability in the soil. And this formalin is used for sterilization and which is to be mixed in 1:10 proportion with water. And for preparation of this solution, we have to use 1 liter of formalin and 10 liter of water. And this formalin is used at the rate of 1.5 liters per 100 meter square area. That means 1 gunta area. And according to this rate, it required 37.5 liter formalin for 500 meter square area, that means 5 gunta area. And after soil sterilization, planting is done after few weeks. And this method of fumigation, that means sterilization, is not effective against nematode and it should not be applicable in standing crops. And after fumigation, the raised beds are prepared as discussed earlier. Then we have discussed about irrigation and fertigation of tomato. If we discuss as application of fertilizers, that is 50 kg nitrogen, 50 kg P2O5 and 50 kg K2O per hectare is applied into the growing beds before formaldehyde application, that means before fumigation of beds. Then we have to apply neem cake and trichoderma formulations, and this should be applied at a proper proportion, that is 100:1. It contains 200 kg neem cake and 2 kg trichoderma for 1 hectare area, and it has to be applied just before planting. Then neem cake and trichoderma applications has to be repeated 3 times at a monthly intervals. And if you discuss with fertigation, fertigation is carried out by using of water soluble fertilizers. A chemical fertilizers and its quantity should be applied as per the requirement of plants. And based on the requirement and crop growth, NPK nutrients and micronutrients are supplemented by checking the EC and pH of soil and water. You know about tomato respond well to application of foliar spray, that means application of micronutrients as a foliar spray, and these micronutrients can be supplemented through foliar spray as per the requirement of crop and to get maximum quality of productions. Then we have discussed about growth phases of tomato. There are 5 growth phases of tomato. These are seedling phase, second vegetative phase, third early fruiting phase, fourth matured fruiting phase, and last one post growing point, that means removal phase. If we discuss as first phase, that is seedling phase. After germination of seedling, It will be ready for planting in 3 to 4 weeks, that is 10 centimeter height of seedlings are selected. And during this phase, the seedling growth is very slow. After that, the plants are turned into vegetative phase. That means second phase is vegetative phase. This phase starts from the day of transplanting till the flowers appear on the plant. And during this period, plant grow luxuriantly and supplements higher doses of NPK. And to keep the plants growing in vertically, the vertically growing shoot is connected with clips on a vine and tied up to the wire fixed over the beds. As the plants grow in height, the clips are adjusted according to height of the plants. And suckers shoot arises from the stem portion are periodically removed to encourage vertical growth of the plant. Then we have discussed next phase, that is early fruiting phase, that means fruiting stage. The operation like adjustment of clips, removal of suckers are attended, and this phase starts from day of first flower bud appearance. And apart from above works, the horticulture operations like, that is leaf pruning and pollination has to be done during this phase. Then next phase, matured fruiting phase. During this phase, all the horticulture operations are attended. During early fruiting stage has to be attended along with harvesting, that is harvesting should be done twice or thrice in a week. That means if we think about matured fruiting phase, this phase start from operations, that means interculture operations, up to the harvesting of tomato. Then if you discuss as last phase, that is post growing point, that means removal phase of plants. This is the last phase of plant growth. And to get maximum returns, 3 to 4 weeks before uprooting the plants, the terminal bud is removed, and by removing of this terminal bud, lower shoots are encouraged and to bear the flowers and fruits. The total growing period of tomato in polyhouses is around 8 to 9 months, and from the day of transplanting of seedlings. So today we have stopped here. The remaining part of this lecture we will continue. We will continue on next lecture.